Sergio Perez's future in Formula One has become a hot topic of discussion following the shocking news that he will be absent from the grid for the 2025 season. However, fans of the Minister of Defense need not lose hope. His father, Antonio Perez, made a statement that shook the racing world, saying that Sergio's return to F1 would be one of the most historic moments in the sport. However, the big question remains, if Sergio Perez does return to F1, which team will be his new home? Let's review. The 2024 season is one of the most challenging periods in Sergio Perez's F1 career. Despite signing a 2-year contract extension midway through the season, Perez's performance has dropped dramatically, scoring a total of 48 points in the last 18 races. This record shows a very significant decline, especially when compared to his Red Bull racing teammate, Max Verstappen. Verstappen, with all his efforts, managed to overcome various technical challenges that were in the balance of the car and remained consistent to win his 4th consecutive World Championship title. The difference in performance between Perez and Verstappen became increasingly apparent as the season progressed. Verstappen, at the peak of his powers, finished the season 285 points ahead of Perez. Not only that, but Red Bull's failure to retain the Constructors' Championship added to the pressure on the team. The title that had previously been in Red Bull's grasp shifted to McLaren, who were more dominant in the second half of the season. This situation forced Red Bull shareholders to take a tough but necessary step, to terminate Sergio Perez's contract before it expired. Although this decision seemed to be the end of Perez's Red Bull career, Antonio Perez, Sergio's father, saw it from a different perspective. In his interview with Soy Moto, Antonio insisted that the decision was not the end of his son's F1 career. Full of optimism, he stated that the best version of Checo Perez has not yet been seen. He also added with confidence that when Sergio returns, it will be one of the most historic moments in F1, bringing an incredible story of revival. Although the situation seems difficult at the moment, Antonio believes that Sergio Perez's future is still full of great potential and surprises are waiting to be realized. For him, Perez's journey in Formula One is not over yet, and a new, even brighter chapter could soon begin. After officially leaving Red Bull, Sergio Perez seemed more reflective. He admitted that the decision came suddenly and unexpectedly, and left a deep mark on him. In several recent interviews, the 34-year-old Mexican has been honest about how his F1 career has affected important aspects of his personal life. "My main priority right now is to enjoy life in a way that I have never done before," said Perez in a reflective tone. He added that he wanted to use the time to do new things that might have been difficult to do before due to his busy schedule as a Formula One driver. "I also want to spend more time with my family, something I have often neglected due to the pressure of racing," he added. Perez realized that a big decision about his future had to be made carefully. So he gave himself 6 months to really think about his next step, whether to return to the F1 track or instead explore other career opportunities outside the world of the sport that has made his name. With a calm but considered attitude, Perez showed that this transition period was an important moment for him to find a balance between his professional and personal life. Speculation about the possibility of Sergio Perez returning to Formula One in the 2026 season has begun to attract the attention of many parties. One of the most interesting possibilities is his involvement with the Cadillac team, which is set to make its debut in the prestigious racing event in the same year. This move offers Perez a new opportunity to once again demonstrate his skills and experience as a racer who has been around the Formula One world for a long time. As part of General Motors, Cadillac has expressed a keen interest in bringing in an interesting combination of an American driver and an experienced driver. In this case, Sergio Perez is seen as a perfect fit to meet the criteria. With his extensive experience with various Formula One teams, as well as his ability to provide valuable input into the development of race cars, Perez is seen as having great potential to help build a strong foundation for the new team. His expertise in dealing with the pressures of the racetrack is also seen as an asset that can provide stability for Cadillac in its debut season. Cadillac is not the only team that could be a destination for Perez. Alpine has also been mentioned as one of the potential options for his career in the 2026 season. The Enstone-based team has a reputation for making unpredictable decisions regarding their driver lineup. However, Alpine are looking for stability for the upcoming season. Currently, Pierre Gasly has secured a seat with the team, but the position of the second rider is still a big question mark that has yet to be answered. While Alpine have several young talents on their radar, such as Jack Doohan and Franco Colapinto, the experience of Sergio Perez could be a key differentiator. With Perez's ability to provide valuable technical input, as well as his experience of competing at the highest level, His presence could be an invaluable asset for Alpine as they look to strengthen their position at the top end of Formula One. In an effort to return to competitiveness and podium finishes, the selection of an experienced driver like Perez could be a strategic move for the team. The 2026 season is set to be one of the most monumental in Formula One history, with a number of significant changes set to completely change the landscape of the sport. The new regulations that will be implemented will not only include updates to more advanced power units, but will also emphasize sustainability initiatives aimed at reducing the sport's carbon footprint. In this situation, every team will be faced with the challenge of adapting to the new regulations while still being competitive on the track. As a result, the need for a driver who is not only fast on track, but also able to provide in-depth and relevant technical input will become increasingly important. Sergio Perez, who has extensive experience in the racing world and has been part of different teams with different car characteristics, is seen as one of the drivers who has the potential to help the team through this major transition. His experience in handling cars with high levels of difficulty, coupled with his exceptional ability to keep tires in optimal condition throughout the race, is a combination of skills that few other drivers possess. This makes him the ideal candidate to help any team adapt to the new regulations. With his deep technical understanding and experience in a variety of competitive conditions, Perez is expected to make a significant contribution that will not only help the team overcome technical challenges, but also ensure they remain competitive in an increasingly competitive field. Although his career journey with Red Bull did not quite live up to expectations, Sergio Perez still left a brilliant mark on the world of racing. His career has been filled with moments that have proven his ability as a top driver. One of the most impressive moments of his career was his first victory in the 2020 Sakir Grand Prix with Racing Point. In this race, Perez showed his exceptional ability to read race strategies and manage tires very well. The performance not only earned him a podium finish, but also cemented his reputation as one of the most reliable and intelligent drivers on the F1 grid. However, Perez's journey with Red Bull has been full of challenges that have not been easy. The enormous pressure on the team, which traditionally focused more on Max Verstappen, made it difficult for Perez to reach his full potential. In fact, Verstappen openly admitted that the Red Bull car was designed to suit his driving style, which was obviously different from Perez's. This became a major obstacle for Perez to consistently perform at his best in such a competitive team. In the coming months, Sergio Perez will have to make a crucial decision about his future. Will he return to Formula One to write a new chapter in his career, or will he choose a different path that allows him to better balance his personal and professional life? One thing is for sure, the story of Sergio Perez is not over. Whether it's with Cadillac, Alpine, or another team, Perez's return could be one of the most interesting stories in F1 history. What do you think of Sergio Perez's chances? Will he return to F1 and make history, or will he choose to hang up his helmet? Let us know in the comments below.